Okay, so you'll go and you're going to open the black and white image that you want to color. I am going to do the cat one in a snow cone, or in a ice cream cone. And first thing that you want to do is you want to make sure that you can separate your black and white levels. Make sure that there's contrast. This one's fairly easy, but there might be some where you need some more definition. So it's good to go up to Image and Adjustments and just make sure we're going to click on black and white. And all of these levels here, this is if you were working with like different colors and things like that, it would change it. We're just going to leave it alone and hit OK. And you're not going to see a lot of change on mine because, like I said, it's very simple. Everything's spread out. But if you have extremely detailed pictures, this is where it really helps. You're going to go out, the next thing you'll do is go up to Images, and we're going to go to Brightness and Contrast. So we can just kind of adjust the contrast. We want to bring that up a little bit and maybe take our brightness down just a little to kind of make the difference a little bit more. So you can just play with those numbers and figure out what works best. Okay, so we have one layer over here. It's called background. I'm going to go ahead and come down and I'm going to add another layer. And I'm going to double click and I'm going to name this one coloring. That way I know which one's my background, which one I'm supposed to color on. So I need to be on the background layer. And I'm going to zoom in. I hold down, for zooming in, you can use this magnifying glass that's right down here. But I just hold down the Alt key and roll with my mouse. That way I can see what's going on. If you hold down the Control key and roll, that goes side to side. So those are some good shortcuts. All right, so I'm on the background layer. And I'm going to go locate the Magic Wand tool. It is underneath this one that kind of looks like a little bean. We're going to do Magic Wand. Now I'm going to click in one area, and you can see that I've got the dotted ants around this one. And I'm going to hold down Shift to select multiple areas. All right, so let's say these are the ones, and it's kind of hard to see, but I've got little dotted selections around here. So now I'm going to go locate my paint bucket tool. That one is below the gradient tool. I'm going to choose paint bucket, and I'm going to click on my color changer and pick a color that I want. Now, it's important to make sure that when you're ready to fill in with your paint bucket that you are not on the background layer. You want to be on the coloring layer. So when I click in here, I'm just going to click inside one of these that has the dotted lines, and it fills them all in. Now I'm going to go back to my background layer, click my Magic Wand, click the next one. I just a single click, no holding Shift or anything. That way this is the only one selected. Now I'm going to hold down Shift. And then I'm going to choose my paint bucket, change my color, make it more dramatic, go back to my coloring layer, and click to color that. And this is a way you can, let's say I want to do the ears. I'm going to go back to background. You can see the layers are very important here, so you got to make sure when you're selecting with the Magic Wand tool that you're on background. And when you color, you want to be on the coloring layer. Let's change that. We'll do a form of a pink. And there you go. Now to get rid of your selection altogether, you can just go up to Select and Deselect. And so that is what you're going to do as far as coloring a black and white image today. So you'll only need the two layers. And you'll just want to make sure that you're going back and forth between the two. The background is the one that you'll use the magic wand tool on, and the coloring one is the one that you'll use the paint bucket tool on. When you are finished, let's see, you can also coloring. I like to give a little background color also. I'm going to deselect. I would color the rest of that as well. And I also, on mine, on my original one, I put text boxes over with the same color to cover up the words that were on mine, just an FYI. You could also crop it, kind of, maybe. So when you're done, you can save it as a PSD. You can export it as a PNG or a JPEG. And you're going to come back over to Schoology, and again you're going to submit the original photo and your colored photo in order to get full credit. You will not get credit if it's just your colored photo. I've got to see both of them so I can see what you did.